going on, everybody? I hope your day is going well. We are back at it again, Chris
and Leisha. What up?
and today we got a pretty interesting topic to cover. And this is actually something that we've seen a couple of people ask about on message boards, things of that nature. Now, in previous videos, we've actually covered on what happens before you get with your twin flame.
Yes.
Like going through the runner's phase, going through the bubble up phase. But nobody actually talks about what happens when you actually get together.
Huh. After you done ran and came back, what now? Whatnow.com, right?
Yeah, so now we together. What's next? All right. So in doing our research, which we encourage y'all to do your own research as well.
Yes.
We actually found out that there are 4 different shifts or phases that you can go through while you're in your twin flame relationship.
Yes.
And also keep in mind that when it comes to the twin flame, not everybody is going to have the experience of having a twin flame with them in this 3D world, in this
lifetime. It might be a different lifetime.
Right.
But yeah, and it all depends on what your purpose is, and does it line up with your purpose while you're here. Mm-hmm. So if it does, then of course, yes.
All right. So yeah, so we want to dive real deep on this for you. It's actually going to be a 2-part series that we're going to put out. So if you hadn't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and hit that subscribe
and the bell
and turn on the bell so when you can see the second part of this. Okay?
Yes.
All right. So we're going to go jump.
There you go again.
We're going to jump into the first part, and my baby got that first part.
Okay, the first part is the shift. The first thing that you're going to notice is the first shift is going to be your energetic self. It feels complete, and I can attest for this, because when I'm with Chris, I feel complete. I don't feel like I have to, like it's something else out there. It feels complete. You feel fulfilled. You feel matched. You no longer feel like a piece of you is missing somewhere, or just kind of like always wondering. And you don't feel like you're drifting off. Like you might be with somebody and you feel like, hey, this is not it. I mean, maybe you have the house, you have the kids, you have the car, but part of you still feels like this is not it. Something is missing.
Right.
Now, on the you probably want to know about our experience, so we're gonna tell you a little bit about our experience with this first shift. You want to tell it?
Yeah, because with this first shift, now keep in mind all of these shifts or changes that we're talking about are stuff that we actually experienced ourselves. So we wanted to convey that to you all. Oh, notes flying away. All right, but we wanted to convey that to you all so that you can see it from our perspective, and hopefully it helps in your journey as well.
Yeah.
But when we first got together, I mean, everything was beautiful. There was, like, if y'all remember the story of us talking about how we met and things of that nature, and from that first time that we kissed, it was like it was done for me.
Yeah, it felt like whiskey flew down the stream.
Yeah. So yeah, that sealed the deal for us. Now, when you go through this phase, and this is with any relationship, there are going to be some challenges.
Right.
And one of the challenges when it comes to this first shift, and once again, we got notes here because we want to keep it together. All right. One of the challenges is that outside relationships and interactions seem unwanted. And we can really attest to that, because if it didn't have anything to do with Alicia and I, we really didn't want to do it.
It's horrible, but it happens.
Yeah. And the other thing that really changes is that your normal conversations aren't normal anymore.
You just want to talk about third eye and
talking about spiritual awakening,
astral realm, and then your friends are like, did you see Love and Hip Hop?
Like, what's Love and Hip Hop?
I'm like, Love and who? We want to hop on out of here.
Yeah, so that's one of the things that happened during this phase.
Yeah.
Now, another thing, which is something we felt as well, is that you may get depressed or feel discouraged because most people don't understand your relationship.
They don't get the union.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that part can be a little bit difficult, and that's part of the phase where you may start losing friends and start gaining real friends.
Nice friends, people that are on your same wavelength.
Yeah. But as a quick tip on that, for if you're in a twin flame relationship and you all have been blessed enough to reunite, one of the tips to keep in mind is that the twin flame relationship of any kind, the main purpose of that union is to help awaken your talents, your senses, as well as enhance your consciousness.
Right, because I know my gifts, my spiritual gifts, and yours too. It's just subsided. Like I can feel energy now. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the first shift. Okay.
All right. So then we gave you some tips. Now this for the second shift, the twin and the twin relationships are priority. It's gonna blow away.
Yeah.
It's priority at all costs. And like it or not, like the twin becomes your purpose. Because again, if being with your twin in this lifetime aligns with your purpose, then you're going to experience it.
Yeah.
And then you feel that shift, knowing that this has a bigger purpose, this has a bigger calling.
Yeah.
So the relationship becomes kind of like your main purpose.
Yeah. And just a quick note on that, going back to personal experience on this, when Alicia and I first got together, of course we made it work, right? And when we first got together, we would like always take our breaks together, even though our breaks weren't at the same time.
Oh boy, I'll be like, it don't matter, that's my break.
Yeah. It's just because the relationship required or demanded that attention.
Right.
All right.
It was okay. I didn't mind giving it that attention.
No. So that's the beautiful thing about it. Now, once again, one of the challenges, okay, as far as the challenge on that one, is that a lot of your priorities take a back seat.
Oh yeah.
To maintaining the relationship.
Backseat burner.
Because I know that there are times when, for one, well, we should have been working. We were together hanging out, but
it's true.
That's it. So you have to kind of be mindful of that.
Yeah.
Try not to put things too much on the back burner.
Yes, you have to prioritize.
Yeah.
Know how to prioritize.
All right, and that's actually one of the tips as far as that. And well, actually, not so much, but but just remember with this chance of reuniting with your twin flame in this lifetime, this is an opportunity that most people don't get.
And it's a beautiful one. So if you do get it, just be thankful, be grateful, and make the best of it.
Yeah. And also trust the process and just know that you are being guided down the right direction.
Right.
Because if you're with your twin flame, you're on a bigger mission than you can even imagine.
Exactly. And even if you're not with your twin flame, sometimes the calling or the purpose, it might be higher than the relationship at that time. Maybe they're needed on another side of the world more than it would benefit the greater good for you guys to be together. So sometimes it plays out like that. But whatever road that you're on is always for the greater good.
Yeah. And so that's the end of part 2 for this. Well, excuse me, part 1. We do this in one take, y'all. But we got another video coming up telling you about the other part, so stay tuned. Peace out.